Welcome to Raregivers 2023. We're on day 6. This is our Fitness Friday. It's actually day 5, isn't it? Day 5, October 6th, Fitness Friday with Ryah Arthur. I'm so excited to have you join us today. My name is Crystal Barrett O'Loughlin. I am the founder and CEO of Angel Aid. And I'm just going to give you a quick minute before we get into our fitness experience here. Ryah is an amazing practitioner. You're going to love working with him today. But just do me the honor of a few minutes so I can explain to you what Angel Aid is all about. Okay. So, Raregivers is our annual give campaign. And we have been working with the Microsoft team the last 4 years to launch our mobile app, to launch our website. These amazing volunteers from Microsoft have been supporting our work. And because of that, we've taken their Give Month and turned it into our Give Month. So we're inviting everybody within Microsoft and within our Angel Aid community to increase their awareness about what Angel Aid is all about, as well as please give to support the work that we do. Raregivers is a global nonprofit network. We are here to provide emotional support for patients and parents and professionals in rare, chronic, and complex disease communities. These are communities you've heard of before: cystic fibrosis, multiple sclerosis, Tay-Sachs disease, mucopolysaccharidosis, and other really obscure diseases, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, ALS. All of these diseases are classified as rare, and none of them, 0, have a cure. So Angel Aid exists to provide support to the whole family, emotional well-being support, including daily compassion, weekly support groups, and quarterly retreats. So all of your donations will go towards supporting these services. And the way you donate is 2 ways: either angelaidcares.org, or you can donate through, if you're a Microsoft employee, through Benevity to receive a match. So we encourage you to visit those 2 sites, angelaidcares.org/give or aka.ms/angelaid. And here is a donation guide. It's also on both websites for you to see what your dollars will go towards in terms of our community. This is a global challenge. There are actually more rare diseases than AIDS and cancer combined. The community is 350 million families. So we're talking 1 in 10 families in the United States, 1 in 15 outside the United States. And again, that number, 0 cures, is what is causing this incredible distress in the community. I call it empathy math. If you have 350 million patients and caregivers and all of their professionals supporting them times 0 cures, you essentially have a global mental health crisis on your hands. And that is what Angel Aid exists to address, because it is a fundamental human right to not only pursue physical health, but also emotional health, emotional well-being. And didn't we all experience this during the pandemic? That isolation, that disruption in home and work life, that medical anxiety, how deeply affecting it can be. And you can imagine how affecting it is for our Angel Aid families as well. So Raregivers by Angel Aid as a program has delivered well-being for the last 5 years. In fact, we've grown since last year, 500 families to 15,000 families worldwide we're supporting with our messaging, with our support groups, and with our wellness treats. We have psychologists and practitioners, health and wellness practitioners in our community, and have grown that network exponentially. And we've provided over 21,000 hours of wellness training. Thank you to your support. So if you wonder if your donations are making a difference, they are. And in fact, it has gone into beyond just the Angel Aid community into a work that we call a coalition. It's the Raregivers Coalition. And as I said, we're a network of networks. So the emotional journey map is a tool that is being utilized in multiple different communities throughout the world to help people orient themselves emotionally in these medicalized lives. And we're going to be making this into something interactive in the future. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors and supporters. Thank you so much to the volunteers and donors who make this work possible. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have been able what we did last year. We were able to launch our very first Mexico City Spanish retreat, our very first Australia retreat with epilepsy caregivers, and our very first in-person men's retreat at our retreat center here in Southern California. And that's particularly important because that's how we got Ryah Arthur involved, okay? So without further ado, I really would like for you to meet this amazing health and wellness practitioner. He is a heart-led individual. He is just a total powerhouse of a man and even bigger of a soul. He has started a movement called the Modus Movement, and Modus is just one of the many motion fitness practices that he works with individuals on. He's also a holistic lifestyle coach and does personal training. Ryah came to Barrett Family Ranch, our retreat center. That's where we host all of our Angel Aid retreats, and actually worked with our rare fathers and our rare men in practice, in person. They did exercises in the backyard. They learned to push their bodies beyond limits than they ever could have imagined. We even did an ice bath, which was also quite transformational. So without further ado, I'm going to stop now and head into our Fitness Friday with Ryah.
All right, happy Fitness Friday, everyone. My name is Ryah Arthur. I live in Laguna Beach, California. I am a professional trainer, corrective therapist, and I've been in athletics and wellness and health for about 15 years. I work in Laguna Beach. I run a community called Modus, where we do outdoor breathwork, mobility, functional strength training, and I work with a plethora of one-on-ones doing corrective and also performance training. So I thought today I would come to you with a quick, simple exercise that any of you guys can do. We're not going to use any weights, so there's no equipment needed. This is all going to be a body weight little circuit. Couple notes about what we're going to do. Form is very important, okay? I don't have enough time in this video to go through how to squat or lunge or hinge, or to twist or to push or pull, but those are the basic movement patterns that any and all humans do. So we're going to work through a couple of those movements today. One of the things I want to mention is your breathing. I want you to think about and be conscious and aware of how you are or are not breathing. Are you breathing in through your nose? Are you breathing in through your mouth? Where is your breath going in your body? Is it filling up the bottom portion of your torso? Or are you breathing short and shallow into your chest? So even right now, as you're sitting here watching this, where are you breathing? How are you breathing? So what I'm going to have you guys aim for in this short routine is all nasal breathing. So even if it gets tough or challenging, I want you to see if you can consistently and consciously breathe through your nose. The development of this habit or practice of nasal breathing is one of the most important health habits that you can practice and embody. Nothing can help with health and digestion and sleep and your metabolism like better breathing patterns, okay? So maybe on another Friday, we can do a deeper dive into breath and how to correlate that with your performance, your workouts, and how to harness the power and the tool that is the breath for developing just a healthier, happier lifestyle, okay? So that's number one. That's number two. Form, like I said, I'm going to talk about form as we go through each movement. And then third is your core recruitment. Is your stomach, is your abs doing anything? Are they participating at all? So your core is made up of 6 different muscles: external obliques, internal obliques, your rectus abdominis, and your transverse abdominis, which is like your lower abs. So I want you guys to be conscious and aware of your core. Are they engaged when you're squatting? Are they engaged when you're doing a push? Are they engaged when you're moving at all? And is your breathing affecting your core recruitment at all? Okay, so we don't have a ton of time, but what we're going to do is just work through a real basic workout. And we're going to do it kind of a circuit fashion. So we're going to do 3 different exercises, pause, 3 different exercises, pause, 3 different exercises, pause. Sound good? Okay, so we're going to start off wherever you are. Hopefully you're in a place where you have just a tiny bit of room. You can see I'm in my room. Don't have a ton of space in this room. So I'm sure like most of you, you can make a space that's this big, okay? So we're going to start off with 20 body weight squats. If at any point it feels like too much or you're losing form, you can go ahead and stop. The idea would be to do a movement with correct posture and form, because that last repetition that you do, let's say if you lose form because you're fatiguing, your body is going to remember that movement pattern, not all the other good ones you're going to do. It's going to remember that last one that you do. That's what's going to integrate into your neurological system. So before you fatigue and you lose form, make sure to stop. You always want to have body weight's different. Like if you have, you can do 1 more with good form, probably want to stop there. Okay. So feet are going to be a little bit farther apart than your hips. We're just going to do 20 body weight squats. Okay, and we're going to do it with the breath, so in conjunction with the breath. If we're not lifting anything, you don't really have to consider your core recruitment as much as if you were lifting a lot of weight. So you're going to inhale at the top, and then you're going to exhale as you squat, inhale as you come back up, exhale as you go down. Okay, here we go. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come all the way to the top. 8. Breathe through your nose. 10. All through your nose. 11. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Good job. Okay, now we're going to go and do a push. We're going to do a push-up. If you can't do a push-up, if you have a shoulder injury, anything like that, you're going to do an assisted push-up. You can use a wall, like me, okay? You can do a push-up there. You can do a push-up on your couch, let's say. Get a little bit descended like this. Or you can go ahead and do a push-up on the ground. We're going to shoot for 10, okay? Here we go. Remember your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we're going to take 60 seconds. 60 seconds off. I want you to think about breathing as your heart rate kind of sped up. Maybe your breathing kind of sped up too. I want you to take a 4-second inhale. And now I want you to exhale for 6. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And we're going to go right back into our squat. Here we go. 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember your breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale. 15. 20. Good. to your push-ups. You can do it assisted on the wall, assisted on a couch, or on the ground. I'm gonna do it on the ground. Here we go. 10. How's your core? How's your breathing? 8, 9, 10. Breathe. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. This breath pattern gets us partially recovered before our next one. In, out, in, out, in, out. Good job. Okay, now we're going to switch to a hinge movement. So, different than a squat, a hinge is using more of your hamstrings and your hips as the primary movers rather than your knees and your quads, okay? So, what we're going to do, we're also going to correlate this with the breath. We're going to take a big inhale at the top. Hands are going to come out wide. We're going to exhale, push our booties back. Knees are going to bend like 5%. I'm going to bring my hands together out front of me, okay? I'm going to take a big inhale. I'm going to exhale. The idea is to exhale the entire time that I'm in this hinge position. Big inhale. Exhale. And I want you guys to try and reach this lower part of your body as far back as you can while reaching your arms out in front of you as far as you can. Big inhale. Exhale. Good. Now, you're going to do this. So this is the descended version. You can go onto your door. You're going to inhale, exhale. So if I exhale, I can squeeze and create a ton of intensity in my core. So I could just stand here, breathe in, I could exhale, and I could squeeze my core as hard as I can, okay? I can create a lot of work just by breathing and engaging my muscles. So by being on the door, I can do the same thing. Or I could just do this standing up. Big inhale, exhale, lift, squeeze my core as hard as I can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Okay? Or we can do this like in a high plank pattern. So this would be a high plank. I could take an inhale, exhale. Okay? So you have a couple ways of doing this. But we're going to correlate this with the breath and core recruitment. Okay? So I'm going to do it standing up, balancing while doing this. If you want to do it on the ground in a mountain climber fashion, you can. We're going to do 10 of these. We're going to exhale for 5 seconds, okay? Here we go. Big inhale, exhale. Good, other side, inhale. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5-second exhale, inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more after this. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, so what we just did, a couple really simple exercises. We engage the core, we engage our legs, we engage our upper body, we utilize the breath and the core. So, doesn't take long to get active by being active throughout your day, by building in breath work, balance, a little bit of strength training. That can change the whole scope of your day. Just by getting up and engaging your body, engaging your breath, changes your focus, your metabolism, your mood, all sorts of things. So just by taking, what do we just do? 10 minutes of exercise can drastically transform your day. So being in charge of that in your life, your breath, your movement, by implementing that on a daily basis can transform your life for the better. So thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. Again, my name is Ryah Arthur. So happy to be with you guys. I'll see you hopefully next Friday and we'll do something different. All right.
Absolutely amazing. I just love working with Ryah. Isn't he inspiring? And here we didn't need any equipment. That's something that could be done in our office, at home, in any environment, really. So that was our challenge to Ryah. We didn't want to have to require anything other than our own body weight and our own breath and things that we could just activate in any environment. Excited to bring Ryah with you later in the series of Raregivers 2023. And just to get us back to, really what we're all about here, we are running a full month of wellness experiences, wellness offerings for you to experience what our families experience, and specifically want to bring you not just fitness experiences, but activate all different kinds of mental health and wellness. So we have some series that are focused on mindfulness Mondays. We've got some amazing authors that we're featuring. We have a series on caregivers on Thursdays, and then a series of various different experts, either in stress or in military caregiving or in other caregiving environments throughout the month. So we invite you to visit angelaidcares.org /give, and I'll just pull this up again so that you can see angelaidcares.org /give is where the full calendar lives. You can sign up for these sessions either by clicking and then registering for the Zoom directly, or you can watch them live on YouTube at Angel Aid Cares. If you were inspired by Ryah's workout today, which I know you were because he's such an amazing individual, we would invite you to please donate. So in Microsoft, throughout the month of October, the majority of donations that are made on Benevity are matched by Microsoft. So any amount you donate is actually receiving that match. And that's a huge difference for Angel Aid. It's been a huge fundraiser for us each year, the last 4 years. And then we've aligned our broader community to also donate to Angel Aid. In 2024, we would like to host 4 retreats like the ones that Ryah was able to present and work with the community on. We had our very first men's retreat in June of this year, and that was because of donations and because of our partnership with Horizon Therapeutics. So thank you very much to our sponsor and partner, Horizon Therapeutics, for giving us the baseline funding of what we needed in order to run that very first men's retreat. I can tell you, flying in men from London, from Seattle, from Cincinnati, from Boston, bringing these individuals together and giving them an opportunity for 3 days of just respite, conversation, very good food, and fitness experiences with Ryah Arthur. I had one father say at the end, I came into this experience completely broken down, just broken down by a decade of caring for my child, knowing that I'm going to lose my child, and just worn down emotionally. And I've been like a wet noodle all week. It's just been so hard. I've been showing up, so many tears, so many conversations. And then Ryah shows up at the end of the weekend and, does this fitness experience. And he goes, I found it so empowering just to get in my body and get all the stress and the emotion out, just energetically move it out of my body and feel empowered and feel strong. He said, so I'm going back into my home life feeling emotionally stronger and physically stronger. And that's exactly what these experiences are all about. So we do need your support to continue the work that we do. If there's anybody in your community that you know that needs emotional, physical, support services like those that we provide at Angel Aid, please send them our way. You remember the empathy math, right? 350 million families. We're talking 1 in 10 American families, 1 in 15 worldwide. That means that you know people in your community that need support, that need to come together. Doesn't matter what the disease is. There's a common emotional process that happens in contending with your grief, what you thought life was going to look like, what life really looks like, and there's a comfort that comes from bringing individuals together in community. So we tend to do that either with our Rare Mothers community, with our Rare Fathers and Rare Men's community, or our Raregivers all gender community. But we do bring individuals together regularly, and we also provide that just kind of daily dose of support. So you can visit any of the angelaidcares.org website or the raregivers.global website and get a sense of what we do, how to subscribe to hear more about our future offerings, when our next retreats are coming up. And then we really do ask that you share about this campaign on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That's how we grew. That's how we grew from 500 families to over 15,000 families. Our goal is to grow to 50,000 families in 2023. We have 2.5 more months to do it. We actually need you to get that word out for us. So thank you very much on behalf of our board of directors, our staff, our team, and in particular, our health and wellness practitioner network, specifically Ryah Arthur. Thank you very much for your time and attention.